Adventure Therapy, coming to you from Hollywood, Florida, on my 2014 Suzuki DR650. This has been my first bike. This is my beginner bike. I got it right after I got my motorcycle license, and it's been a great bike. No issues to speak of. Only thing I've done is oil changes to it. Not really anything aftermarket except for the Kriega wet dry bags. Great addition. A little expensive, but you get what you pay for when it comes to these. They really do work well and are really adaptable to just about any type of motorcycle. Also have the giant loop handlebar bag, which has also been a great addition. You can put your water bottles, keys, small items like that in there. It should do the job for you for whatever your needs are in your adventure. Now, with this particular bike, bought it brand new. Like I said, it's worked really well for me. The only thing I changed on it when I bought it out of the actual dealership was the seat. The seat was pretty small and uncomfortable, so if you do think of purchasing one, I recommend looking at the Sergeant seats. I did get a Sergeant seat for this one, and it really changed all the aspects of the bike, made it a really comfortable adventure bike, dual sport bike to use and travel just about anywhere. The good thing about this particular dual sport is it's a little bit heavier, so if you do choose to take it out on the highway, it should work really well for you. Now, it doesn't have analog brake system, doesn't have traction control, and it will get pushed around a little bit in the wind if an 18-wheeler comes past you, but it has plenty of power to get you on the highway, cruising at about 65, 70 miles per hour if you need, and I really haven't had any issues with it. The engine's been pretty bulletproof. Now, with this particular motorcycle, the only thing that you have to really watch out for is the maintenance. It is a chain drive motorcycle, so you want to make sure that you oil up the chain every 500 miles or so. Other than that, not too much maintenance you have to do on here. 7,000 miles, there's a valve adjustment that they recommend doing. That can get a little pricey if you take it to the dealership, but rest assured they will do it right if you do take it to the dealership. Pretty much on mine, all they had to do was check the valves. It didn't need an adjustment at that particular mileage. I have about just over 8,000 miles on it now, and it served me really well. Now, like I said, it is a great beginner bike. I do highly recommend it. It will allow you to do both on-road adventures or off-road. It's, like I said, a little bit heavier, so it won't be able to do the really crazy off-road trails that you might be thinking of, but it should do fine on just the trail off the beaten path here and there. And for my purposes, really great motorcycle. Looking at something a little bigger now, but I think for your first beginner bike, about 600 to 650 cc's is plenty. You really don't have to go any higher than that. I'm looking to move up this one, my next bike, to about 1,000 cc's just so I can do some longer adventure riding. But if you're just looking for something to start learning on, really travel around your home neighborhood or around the area, this one is a great bike to look at. Now, this is not liquid cooled, it is oil cooled and air cooled, but I found that to work just fine for me, even in the heat here of Florida. Never really had a problem with it overheating on me. Like I said, never really had any maintenance I had to do to it other than oil changes and keeping up with the chain, oiling it. Other than that, been a great motorcycle. So if you're thinking of a beginner bike, highly recommend you look at the Suzuki DR650. Hasn't changed much over the years since the late 90s, so if you can get a deal on a good used one, highly recommend considering that for your first beginner bike. This is Josh with Motorcycle Adventure Therapy saying, see you on the next adventure.